I've been living alone for over a year. The divorce was a difficult one, but since the scumbag went off with another woman, I at least got the house. It was Ma's ranch home for a lot of age. They were surrounded by the woods and grounds were seriously in repair. I always wanted one of those husbands that cherished their home, both alone and fixed like things. Unfortunately, he became more of a lazy bum than interested in the bottle. I couldn't really afford to hire anyone to visit the place, so I just slowly started looking worse and worse for weird. After the divorce, I tried to fix things myself. I weeded the work my petite butt to make up a nice garden right in front of my big front bay window. It still did not look great. The beauty of the bright flowers surrounded by rotten wood and unkept landscape. At least I tried. So I tried me a little garden. I tended to it every day. If I could not make the whole place beautiful, at least I had me one little spot that I could focus on. Look at all the muck that surrounded me. Well, literally and symbolically, I guess. It was only about a month or so after creating my wonderful masterpiece that I arrived from home grocery store and stood trampling flowers. I dropped my bags full of fruit and frozen items and ran over a sad-looking little garden. That worthless, no good, nasty man must have done this, I thought. He was probably trying to peek at my windows to spy me. No. Then I retracted. It was probably just some animals or something. Next day I went to the market and got myself a little border fence on my garden, only about a foot high. Placed it around the garden from my bay window. Trying to see what the plants that could be salvaged. I started anew. There were no predators, human nor animals, to keep me from having this one nice thing. Fortunately, the time went on a week or so. I wake up to trample flowers. For whatever was getting over the fence had pretty large, like a dog or a 100-pound man. I would fix my garden every time this happened, but I was becoming more and more suspicious of my ex-husband. What we possibly want to? He had moved in with his new tramp almost immediately. Why would he care for what I was up to? One morning I saw it. I looked at my nails. The flowers were trampled again. Only this time I could see the boot print in the soil. I just knew it was that no-good so-called man. He must have been going through the garden at night to peer me through the windows. To see the boot print, I was still mad. I called him up, started yelling at him, demanding my privacy. Of course, he claimed he didn't know what I was talking about, but eventually he agreed to giving the privacy to never come around again. Being a no-good man like he is, I didn't completely believe him. So I got myself ready when I saw immediately how I hung up the phone. I got myself some big curtains for the big bay window. Now even if he came out again, I'd be able to see me. Places later I saw the trampled flowers, even though I had dig them up and placed them since this time they were completely destroyed. I had to laugh because I knew he made the trip in vain. He could not see me this time. It had to fit though, because I had never seen areas so destroyed. I did not care about though because I had won. He had thought he was being sneaky, but found out I sold his plan. Whatever his plan was, I then went back to the store and bought myself new flowers for my garden. Everything was good for a month or so. Everything Mr.No-Good spawned on me. I was wanting there. Now I made sure I closed the curtains. And upon waking up, so I just found them open. I can only imagine that I had forgotten to close them the night before. It almost just had been under, of course, but I've sworn I always had them closed. I shook it off though, waiting on a simple forgottenness. Then one morning, I woke up and found my bedroom door from the hallway were covered in dirt. I fell dirt to my front door. I couldn't believe it. A no-good man must have his bad key before handing over it to me. At this point, I would be embarrassed and be frightened. Why would he determine to just bomb me? What could he possibly want? This must be the house. He isn't happy in the trail of his tramp. He was trying to get away and get me out. At that point, I started to change his locks. If I ever since, in the slightest, he was supposed to bomb me, I would call the police. I changed the locks that very day. I felt content that Mr.No-Good spotted these while found the other. Before bed, I made sure to close the curtains and lock all the windows and doors. Next morning, I woke to nothing unusual. Opened the curtains, see my beautiful flowers, and touched there was nothing in the house to indicate along with the visitor. He had come by, obviously realized what happened and went home. I began my day as usual, then I turned out to the garden. After, from afar, everything looked wonderful. I knelt down where I could notice something unusual. It did feel nasty and dirt. Yuck! I thought. He went back up to dispose of it out in the woods beyond a few yards from my house. So I went to lost tiny carcass into the potties of trees and noticed what looked like a red paint on a few near where Mr.No-Good had built his cheaper, run-down storage shed. Upon close inspection of animal carcasses like raccoons and possums, even something that looked like a deer, my heart dropped to his stomach at this point. No coyote was making a meal here. It was definitely a person, someone living in that storage shed. My mind was racing back to the house. Who was watching me all this time? Who was coming to my home? As I ran out to get slammed the door behind me, I thought it hit me. Oh my God, he's been in his house, I said aloud. He could be here right now. I knew at this point I had to make a decision: or run inside to my car or run to the phone bedroom and call the police. I didn't feel safe inside my house, and I didn't feel safe out there either. So I had to run to the car and get away and look for the nearest person and pay for them to call the police. I opened the door, cracked open, and looked out. It was so peaceful, but I knew he was there, or in here somewhere. Then I made a run for my car, which was about 25 feet from the house. I opened the car door, jumped in, and slammed on the door to realize, no, idiot, you don't have your keys. When I saw him, I seen a rearview mirror, and he rose from the back and smiled at me. I screamed and grabbed me and told him that I had to be quiet, and no one could hear my screams anyway. He pulled me in the back seat. I could see the knife from the pocket holster. When I reached for it, he got it before I did. He held it out, told me that he just wanted to talk. He would never hurt me because he loved me. I never had a choice to listen to him, and agreed to everything to humor him. Of course, I did not want to make him mad. I'm living in a huge, beautiful home with a gated community in the suburbs. I could not believe when the police came to the door at night, told me that my poor ex-husband was being a wife or married in their sleep in a trailer miles away. A person, weird sicko who had married his brother and his brother's wife, escaped from prison, and he lived in the woods near my house. He had some sort of obsession with me and had been stalking me, giving me as well as when it came my ex-husband because of his love for me. I absolutely feel terrible, and police had even relocate me for me safety. They put me in a lovely new house, far away from my old life, in a huge house, a beautiful pool, and a lovely ground garden. And the small little guest house in the back. Apparently, the murderer is still out there somewhere. He feared he would be looking for me, and I always leave my door open just in case. Real cancer, these new neighbors of mine.